What is up, guys? Welcome back to Fathead Dino, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Stranger Things Demogorgon. I don't know who this is from. It's from like some type of company I've never heard of before. They did a Dustin and an 11 figure that looked like garbage, so I didn't pick those up. This is the only one I picked up because, you know, it's the Demogorgon. It doesn't look bad because it's a monster, so, you know, this is also one of the best paint app from them. I also have something else that we might be opening up later that kind of looked inappropriate. I'm sorry for that, but yo, we might be opening up something else later. As you guys know, Stranger Things season 5, the first like 3 or 4 episodes, well, its premiere comes out today. So if you're watching this right now at 8 p.m., then go watch Stranger Things and then come back to this after you watch like the first 3 or 4 episodes that they put out. Anyway, yeah, let's just get into it. So the box isn't like so like cool, you know. It's just a generic box. This is like worse than Hasbro Marvel Legends. I don't even know if I actually need a knife for this, because I might just be able to like, yeah, look at this. I can just rip this thing open. Yeah. Okay, right. It's kind of double packed here. Oh, wait, what? This might come with a stand. Okay, so that is pretty cool. It comes with a stand. It's like just a cheap little plastic stand, but it comes with a stand. A stand, guys. Okay, I'm sorry for throwing some shade on this company. Because, okay, so when I was at Target like a month or 2 ago buying these figures, that Dustin figure did not look like Dustin. But then because I didn't watch any of the trailers for this season. So, like, you know, maybe Dustin doesn't look like Dustin anymore. I know Gator Matarazzo's grown up. But, you know, I was like, that doesn't look like him. 11 looked a bit better, but they looked kind of cheap. This figure was really the only one that looked somewhat decent. And because, you know, the Demogorgon and stuff, you can't go wrong with, like, monster. Okay, so some of these joints are loose, and then, like, some of them are as tight as crap. But, okay. Let me just... The stand will be helpful for this dude. So here's the Demogorgon. It comes with a head out in its great pinkish glory. And I didn't notice like this in the show and stuff, but it has like pink, I guess, on it. I thought they were just more like all gray. But that is certainly interesting. Sorry for my doorbell going off. But with all of the like, yeah, this joint smooth, this joint not, but yeah, it has like nice like sculpting detail and stuff in here. You also have a joint right here, which is nice, and it goes back farther, so it doesn't have to be locked in like that. Nail pose. The claws are painted, and so are the feet. Toes are painted too, which is great because, you know, Mattel doesn't even do that. So I was throwing some shade. Like, when you do bend it, you do see joints in, yeah. But yeah, so this figure is, like, super loose for some strange reason. Like, this head, super loose. Pop that out. There's no really, like, articulation down in the, but you can swivel it. I mean, it has good articulation, like, come back here. Come for you get him like a superhero action pose, kind of. This thing will probably go besides my TV, I'm not gonna lie. I have a Stranger Things poster like right next to my TV. So yeah, it comes with a closed head, which will just pop on. And yeah, there's the closed head before it opens. So for those of you guys that like stop motion, there you go. And this figure was only like 20 bucks. So you know, it's super super good, $20 in my opinion. That's not too much for a toy. They also made smaller ones that came with, like, you know, a small 11. They had, like, you know, like Mattel size action figures. Like, you know, they're like, I don't know what inch, like 3 inch, 2 inches, you know, those action figures, which are cool. And you see the, like, sculpting in the mouth, I think is mostly just carried out by painting. But it does have texture in there, which is cool. Anyway, so the floorboard right here has a nice, like, of those vines on there. I wish they were painted a bit more, but I didn't even expect this thing to come with a stand. Yeah, so that's cool. It has a peg at the left foot. There you go. And it just plugs in there. And yeah, he stands up fine. That is super nice. We got cool stands and everything. That is so cool. And yeah, so anyway, for articulation, he can look up that much, which is really good. That's like that's better than some flying action. Look down. Okay, his head just kind of flew off. There's no really, there's actually pretty good tilt. Anyway, his arms can come up that much, but they go back pretty nice, and they can come forward only that much. So butterfly joints are definitely pretty good. Arms come up that much, come forward that much, and then just a pop. See, this figure's kind of cheaply made, but not that bad. Bends down that much, can bend up that much. And then you got swivel right there, which is nice. Coming up pretty good. Come back pretty good. Out is really good. Articulation right there, right here. And then you just got to swivel and up and down. So articulation isn't that bad. Like, the joints are hit or miss. Oh, and then you got wrist swivel. The joints are hit or miss, depending on, like, the tightness of them. But, like, you can get some poses with it, you know, if you like. Yeah, anyway, so recommend picking up if you have a kid that's into Stranger Things, or if you're into Stranger Things and you just want something to have, like, at your desk or near your TV. Definitely not expensive, not as expensive as Marvel Legends, so that's good. And yeah, I'll put him on the stand right here. And if you guys want a comparison to how big he is, I know I don't do comparisons usually, but I have a Swamp Thing from DC Comics. It's right here. This dude isn't your normal figure. That's like the only one I have near me. He's like super big. This arm's pretty loose because I popped it out. But anyway, yeah, now this is turned into a video about Swamp Thing. But he stands around. So this would be basically your normal 6-inch figure, because this is like, what, a foot? Anyway, that's enough talking about Swamp Thing. So let's move this guy to the side, because this next thing is pretty big. That's what she said. I'm sorry for that. I got the popcorn bucket, and if you see it, oh boy, it's pretty big, and I have not opened it yet. I had this for about like a month or two. This was actually only like 18 bucks, something like that. Really good. Recommend you pick them up, because I'm going to guess these are probably going to be bought out, because popcorn buckets have been so big since the Doom popcorn bucket. If you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, just look up Doom popcorn bucket. Ever since then, it feels like everyone's gotten a popcorn bucket, because, you know, like, I don't know, like the Galactus one from the Fantastic Four movie, they did a whole, like, everyone's just trying to go big with popcorn buckets. And I think this might be the first show that's got a popcorn bucket. Let's get this guy open. This one, I'm just going to poke at the side. I'm hoping this thing is metal. Like, it is metal. Let's go. Okay. Because I know this is plastic, but I was hoping the tin itself was metal. Because if it wasn't, that would be a bummer. I mean, it was only 18 bucks, but still. I probably should have bought 2 of these, because I feel like this might be something that gains value in the future. But yep, simple like that, and this should just slide on out. Holder's not really much to talk about, but here it is. And you have to twist this to open it. Okay. That's pretty cool. And if you look inside of it, you have the nice textures and everything. So yeah, so these teeth are pretty cool. That's about enough for like your average popcorn bag, like that you would buy in like Pop. Pick that in. It looked a lot smaller on the preview photos, but yeah, these teeth are like, these are nice, and these are separate, so they're not painted. Separate plastic. This is super nice. I actually might. This is totally a popcorn bucket I will use in the future. And the gimmick to open it is nice. Anyway, I better stop playing with that before I break it. And like the artwork on the bottom, I think is like the Demogorgon sitting down and just like, you know, this would be his mouth, and like he opens up to eat. I don't know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe. And my goal is 300 subscribers before the end of the year. And if we hit that, I would do a giveaway. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. Have a great Thanksgiving, guys. You know, like, hope you guys are all safe if you guys are traveling anywhere, as I'm trying to get this guy down here. I'm going to my aunt's house to have Thanksgiving. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, also, just don't forget to watch Stranger Things then. I guess if you don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving, you could watch Stranger Things if you really wanted to. Anyway, peace. God bless you all and have a great day. Bye-bye.